it going, everybody? Andrew here.
And Matt, I went out of order.
And Caleb.
Welcome to a clunky start for the LCR
It
podcast.
took too long.
Episode 42. Excuse me. Now I'm caught off guard.
I just want to see what Matt would do.
And we are here. We were going to think of just something random to talk about, but I think a lot of news went down these last 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So instead, we're here with another news podcast, and I'm going to start it off with Matt's favorite section, the box office.
I'm going to take a nap.
Matt's really tired. Let's see how many times he says it this podcast. So, Caleb,
Yes.
you know that
I just got a flashback for the mini intros.
oh no, I just thought of that too. I missed those. Oh, there's one.
I said it like 3 times.
The Abominable movie, like the white
Abominable? Yeah.
bomb.
A
Bomb. It's a bomb.
It bombed.
That's good. You know what else is good?
What?
I'm tired.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I think it's DreamWorks, their movie. It's number 1 right now, 20 million.
That's not a bomb.
No, it's not a bomb. Downton Abbey holds second place, a second week in a row, with 14 million.
How?
I don't know. Hustlers holds number 3 with 11 million.
Mitchell Gable is part of that fucking 11 million fucking
Yep.
creep.
Yep. And Connor also was a part of it.
Okay, well, Connor's an exception. He actually has to do it for movies and stuff. But
That's true. Coming in number 4, take a guess.
Please be Ad Astra.
It Chapter 2.
Ah!
And then coming in number 5, Ad Astra.
that's a top 5.
Top 5, but it never
For
made
its second week.
it never made number 1. So
And what? How much for the weekend did it make?
it made 10 million for weekend 2, but
It's only going to get lower and lower.
yeah, it's only going to get lower and lower. So yeah, that's how the week looked. And It Chapter 2 is now number 7 in domestic of this year. But there is that big gap between 180 million and 355 million for
Yeah.
Aladdin. So there's a lot of wiggle room. And I think Joker, Frozen, Star Wars are going to get all thrown up in there.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it will go down to number 9 or 10. But I think that might be the good base is 180. But that's it, Matt. You can wake up now for the podcast. Oh, yeah, there he is. Took a little nap.
I did not.
But I think I'm going to talk about all the random stuff, and then we're going to get into the Spidey and Marvel news, and then the Batman news. So I don't know if it was on a podcast when we talked about it, but remember when I brought up Mr. Sunday Movies, and it was about how in the Fast and Furious movies they have the I punch you once, you kick me once, we're equal.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know it was a real thing, but because I also brought up how Vin Diesel hated Dwayne Johnson because there was 2 alphas on set and he couldn't handle it. Apparently they're friends now. Apparently it's a big thing. Vin Diesel said that he could come back to the movies. I guess Dwayne Johnson wasn't allowed in the Fast movies anymore. I don't think he made an appearance in the most recent one. Maybe, I don't know. But I guess he said he's welcome to come back. And everybody is speculating that's because the spin-off movie made so much fucking money that he knows if they bring Dwayne Johnson back into the picture.
Could you imagine all 3 of them in a movie?
Jason would stand out like a little sore thumb, but he'd hold himself. I just thought that was funny that there was an
Bruce
actual
Lee complex. He could take them down.
I just find it funny that
'cause
it was an
small
actual
guy.
thing. I was like, I didn't know celebrities could really
I
hate
feel
each
like
other
it's-
that much. When
It's one of those things where they didn't really cross paths that much, Todoroki
In their career?
and Windboy. So it's just he did this one thing and I don't like him.
that's
Really,
true.
they just had to have the conversation.
to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or it was just a big meme and they overplayed it.
they overplayed it. But now they're friends again. I don't really give a shit, but I guess the community does because everybody loves Dwayne and nobody really
The Rock and Groot.
Groot. He literally just records his one line 20 times. So Apple TV's a thing, right? And
Yeah.
they have all those movies and TV
Apple TV
shows.
Plus.
Apple TV Plus. So apparently, we don't really for the movies that are coming out on Apple TV Plus, they're going to be released in theaters first. So
Oh,
kind of shooting themselves in the foot,
okay.
but
I mean, the money still comes back to them.
to them, but it's not. But if you're in it just for the movies, maybe then you don't really have to
But if you want to rewatch them.
rewatch them if it has rewatchability. I guess Amazon Studios is a good one for Amazon Prime, but I'm just like, then can you just also release the shows in theaters? Because I really want to watch that Jason Momoa
See?
show. That's
Really do.
That's the one that gets the most hype for me.
There's an Aaron Paul show or movie, something on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I really haven't looked into it. The only thing I really, because I follow Jason on Instagram, so it's like really the only one that like I knew about. But does it also launch this year?
Bro, could you imagine a movie with Dwayne Johnson and Jason Momoa? Two Samoans going at it.
It'd be cool if they were like enemies. Yeah, they weren't even like I don't know, just different tribes.
Just make Hobbs and Shaw
Yeah, he should be
go
Shaw.
with Jason.
Or the villain. The
Oh,
next
what?
villain.
Replace Statham with Momoa. Two
What-
Jasons.
What if he's the villain at the end of Hobbs and Shaw? Like the.
I would be okay with that. At the,
It might make me.
it
go
can't
see
be because he didn't end it with my man.
Oh man. So you know that Uncharted movie that's happening but not happening because Sony sucks at making like video game movies,
Yes.
and they
This
keep
is the first I'm hearing of it.
no Tom Holland, which is a big thing I'm
Oh,
against.
yeah, he was supposed to be the young Drake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm against them doing a full young Drake movie.
Yeah,
I'd rather.
That was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I remember.
Didn't we see enough with Nathan Fillion in that short
to
film?
fucking sell it that he
Yeah.
should be Drake? I remember for the longest time, everybody like back in like when he was a little bit younger was Bradley Cooper was the one people were like he'd be a really good one because he's witty like that.
They're like the same age.
Pretty maybe I think Bradley might be a little younger, but
But the fact that they would want the older guy,
that's true.
I guess Fillion's aged better? I don't know.
I mean,
I'll fact check that.
Bradley Cooper just looked disgustingly old in A Star Is Born.
Oh, yeah. Bradley Cooper looks fine.
Anyways, they found a
Movie
director, which is Travis Knight, who did Bumblebee. So I don't know how long this director is going to stay on, because usually it's always like a director gets attached because they're so excited, but then they realize, oh, Sony, you want to make the movie and just have me attached to it and say I'm the director when I'm really not even going to have any input whatsoever. So I don't know how long he's going to stay on, but hopefully it's made. Still not fond of Tom Holland, but because I feel like he's going to keep his accent.
That'd be a little annoying because it's like Nathan Drake isn't British.
Yeah, I don't know, but was there an age difference?
Nathan Fillion is 4 years older than Bradley Cooper.
4 years older. Okay. God, he's such a good actor. I love him. Firefly.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. It is a good show and a good movie.
And that's
Have you seen
where,
No. It's really good. That's Joss Whedon.
was that Tudyk's first? One of his first bigger things?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. It's like the cult like TV show.
Right, yeah. That
Um,
got canceled too soon.
Yeah, too soon. So we talked about Jurassic World 3 last time. They're getting more hype, even though this movie's going to be out in like 2 years or whatever. But the 3 main stars are added on. So Laura Dean, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum are all coming back. Will they make more than just a 1-minute screen cameo and then get that fat $1 million paycheck? I don't know. I honestly thought Sam Neill was dead because he hasn't been in anything.
Yeah.
Because Laura Dean was just in The Last Jedi, so I knew she was still active. But
That's why I thought she was familiar.
yeah, the girl with the purple hair that
Yeah.
everybody hated, but then she had redemption because she's like, I'm just gonna kill myself. Leave a robot. Like have like a
Okay.
C-3PO looking ass do it
we
instead
had
of you.
They're probably the coolest shot
Yeah.
out of any Star Wars movie.
Touche. It is one of the best shots ever.
Yeah.
And one of like the best theater experiences ever. Just
Dead
silent.
silence. But that's because probably half the people are already asleep at that point.
Stop.
But yeah, I wonder if like the diehard fans be like, put them up on like a lie detector and be like, is this not the coolest shot ever? And see if they try to lie. Be like,
Like
it's garbage.
coolest shot. One of the cool scenes. Darth Vader chopping people down up
Oh.
there.
I think it's one of like the most badass scenes, but I think
Yeah.
the best scene is obviously Episode 5.
Oh,
Do I need to say more?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were sticking to like the newer movies, like what,
Oh no!
like
I'm
iconic scenes.
I'm
or,
just talking about like overall.
Or Episode 3, High Ground. As much as it gets memed, it's still like.
Oh, dude, it gives me chills. Like
Yeah.
when he gets chopped up and he's like screaming, "I hate you." I'm just in the music and you're just like holding back the man tears. You're just like, there's so much like energy on right now.
The fucking duel of the fates going on. Just
Oh, dude. Well, and then like another iconic shot, because like it was never done. It's so like numb to us now, but like when Darth Maul reveals that his lightsaber's double bladed, like I don't remember that instant moment when I was a kid.
That?
But yeah, like I could imagine people just being like, oh, like it's just so intense. Like they just like expanded the lore so much right there.
yeah. It's just a shame that he was such a I don't want to say waste, but just so underused.
He was the definition of a puppet. Like he literally was just like Sidious was like, I'm gonna use you for looks and that's it, and then you're gonna die because you're.
Do
not
you
that
think
good.
we got so off topic? Do you think? Because as much as I would love like a prequel trilogy with Darth Maul in all 3 movies, would we have had General Grievous in those movies? Do you think he'd be able to fit? And would we have as much as Count Dooku as well? Or would Darth Maul kind of just replace Grievous?
Honestly, in a perfect world, I don't even think Darth Maul would exist. Because I would like to just wipe, as much as I love The Phantom Menace, I would like to wipe that movie clean and then start with episode 2 and then have an entire live action, almost 3-hour movie of the Clone Wars and have Grievous as like the main threat, bring in that one chick from the Clone Wars. What's her name with the 2 lightsabers?
The bald head?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
bald
like
head.
that was way before they even thought about bringing her in.
Right.
Well, but like, let's imagine that they knew all this.
Oh,
Like
okay,
they
then,
knew
yeah.
all the stuff they were going to do in the Clone Wars when they were writing these movies. Have everything that's in there. You know, have Ahsoka, like have all that live action, and have like this 3
I honestly
and then have
feel
like,
like Clone Wars should just been its own thing, like trilogy.
it could have been.
Because we do kind of need some way to introduce Anakin. But not
I just don't think you
in
need
a better
it
way.
that young. It's
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
jump
yeah.
from like an 8-year-old kid to like a 20-year-old.
Plus having
something.
Liam Neeson was great. And, I mean, yeah, the stuff between him and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul.
It, like,
Do you ever think they're just going to do a hard reboot on Star Wars and be like, all right, we got the blueprints.
honestly, maybe like when George Lucas dies and like all the original cast is dead and like Ian McGregor is like, fuck it, I don't care. Then they'll redo it. But oh my gosh, funny story. I don't know if you were listening to the video yesterday. David sent me a link to like just like a 30-second interview with Ian McGregor on a talk show. And he said he was driving his daughter to school one day. Oh my. And this car whizzed past him, cut him off, and Ian McGregor was like, oh fuck no. And so he like speeds up behind him, gets next to him, rolls down the window and starts cussing him out.
Oh,
And
jeez.
he like stopped and he's like, the kid just like drawn out his face and he's like, holy fuck, Obi-Wan Kenobi is yelling at me right now. And then the entire crowd just start laughing. I thought that was the funniest thing ever because that's exactly how I would feel. I'd be like, dude, hell yeah. If I knew that was you, I would have gotten you in a car crash, okay? Like,
I legit thought you were going to say, like, he rolled down his window and yelled, I have the high ground, and just blasted off.
nah, he said he was swearing
Whoa.
because he had his daughter in his car,
Yeah.
so he was pissed. But I thought, I was like, you know what? He's probably a really good guy. I really wish he was at the Star Wars celebration.
Dude,
we were there.
Dr. Sleep is
Yeah.
inching closer.
Yeah, I'm excited. Damn, that was a Star Wars tangent right there. I just love Star Wars though.
I still want my Grievous movie.
Have you guys been seeing? Because we can't obviously show pictures here, but I didn't put it in the news. But have you guys been seeing all the shots from the Insider magazine, Hollywood Report magazine? I don't know what magazine. Empire maybe.
My subscription just ran out.
Well, they're all over the internet right now. And have you seen them? There's some pretty cool shots. There's one with like Kylo Ren like standing his ground and it has like stormtroopers like flying in the background. It looks like he's going against like this wind or something that's like holding him back. There's some shots of the Knight of Ren. They look really cool. There's a new shot of, I think it's of Kylo and Rey like duking it out. That's like the cover photo.
On that water planet? Or a different...
I think it's just like a picture of that.
Okay.
It might, honestly, it just might be for like magazine purposes. Like it might not even be in the movie. And then there was a leaked Funko back case that has a list of all the like new Star Wars characters. Rose is confirmed; she's in it now, so she's back. There's a new version of BB-8. So
Maybe she'll be cooler.
No.
and then I think Kylo Ren's, it's like his like new mask is called like the Supreme Kylo Ren or something, like the Supreme mask.
Is there anything different?
It has like a bunch of like because it's his old mask fixed, and so it has
Right.
like I think it has like a bunch of red lines connecting
Right.
the mask all
Welding
together. Yeah.
marks.
So, and then there are leaked photos.
Oh, because
of,
he's Supreme Leader now.
Yeah, there are leaked photos of Lego sets, but I haven't looked at those because those are probably more spoilers than just characters for Funko.
Dude, it's my secret dream. Like, once the channel takes off, just to open up a side channel where I can just build Legos time lapses. I know there's already a few out there, but like,
dude, the dream where I could literally look at a Lego set that costs $100 and be like, okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like counting pennies, be like,
Yeah.
no, I only have 50. Like I can't even afford it.
afford the 50 piece comes in a bag, not box
Oh my
Lego
God,
set.
It's so sad how expensive Legos are. Like there's like this Mickey just had like his 90th birthday and he has like a Steamboat Willie boat with him. It's $90.
And
it
it's all in black and white too.
Yeah. And it was at the Lego store in Disney Springs. And so I was like, okay, maybe if it's like, maybe it's like cheaper, like they just up the prices because I know tourists are going to buy it here because maybe it's exclusive. Now it's still 90 like on the store. And I'm like, I hate you, Lego. This could easily be like $50. And then the Flintstones is like 80. And then I want the Friends set. That's probably like 60. It's always the minifigures, don't you think?
Yeah.
Why is it the minifigures?
Collectibles.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a person out there that buys Lego sets and doesn't open them?
Oh, dude. It's just like people when they buy the action figures. Like
That makes sense. Buying a Lego set and not putting it together, that's a crime.
It honestly is.
We're getting way off topic.
I mean, it was part of it.
Not really.
I thought you were talking about Legos.
Nope.
Oh.
I just brought up the leaked photos of Star Wars. Anyways, Matt's.
Also, when
As I
are
would
you
say.
when are you gonna finally build your Star Destroyer?
I don't know, dude.
Can I build it for you?
No.
Can I help you build it?
No.
Can I build one wing?
Oh my god, no. There's not even the fucking wing on there.
Yeah, you said you have to clip the two parts onto it.
So,
One's a duplicate.
I think Matt wants me to move on to the next news topic, which is apparently there's going to be a new Clue movie. With
Right.
The main star, Ryan Reynolds. And I love the 80s one. Have you guys seen it with Tim Curry?
No, but I need to.
It's really good. We'll definitely watch it before this movie comes out.
Do you think they could like Tyler Perry it and just Ryan Reynolds plays every character?
That would be funny, but like, don't you want like an ensemble of just like
Oh, yeah.
amazing actors? And it looks like Jason Bateman.
But we are
is-
getting that with Knives Out.
That's true. Jason
Similar
Bateman
movie.
is going to be the director. So
Huh.
he's directed a few episodes
Yeah.
of Ozark. No, that wasn't Joel Edgerton directed The Gift. So I don't know if he's ever directed a movie. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but he's directed a few episodes of Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Ryan Reynolds and Chris Evans in a movie together.
Dude, no, I want Hugh Jackman in this Clue movie.
Oh, that too.
I want him to be like
I would love if they could
Colonel
just get
Mustard or something.
a ton of like Marvel characters and just
Oh, that's what you have to do.
yeah, get Robert in there, Hemsworth.
Patrick Stewart, and just
Yeah.
like get all like the X-Men people.
Mm-hmm.
You would have so many fans on board
Yeah.
if you had a bunch of these superheroes. It's so now that like Marvel movies and like all these superhero movies, like these celebrities have like the biggest status ever.
Mhm.
When you put them like a Chris Evans, when you put him in like a smaller Knives Out, all the Chris Evans fanboys are gonna go see it because of him.
Right.
And that's why he plays a prominent role in that trailer because they're like, hey, Chris Evans is in this movie. He's not Captain America anymore, so like go see him in his new movie, Knives Out.
Could you imagine like in these movies too if they like totally switched roles? Like what if like Robert and Chris Evans just like switched personas, and so like Chris Evans is the cocky entrepreneur type and Robert's the stoic soldier,
That'd be weird.
right?
Like, I don't know about that. I like Robert where he is.
Yeah.
But so that's just fun. I love the original Clue. I wonder if this movie, if the new one will take its place and have different endings at different theaters.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun. So then you're just like, oh, did you get ending A, B, or C?
I wish there was a way to find out which one's which though.
Right. Like maybe it was like different,
I
like
need to know.
like in major cities. Like, hey, Nashville is gonna have A,
Yeah.
and like stuff like that.
What are the other nearest like major cities?
Chattanooga's close to us.
But is that like major?
I guess like not like major, like major. Like there's only like what one or two.
Yeah,
per
Nashville,
state,
Raleigh, Savannah,
Memphis. Pretty
Memphis.
far. That's like the opposite side of. Yeah, Savannah I guess would be pretty big because there's a college there too.
Maybe Columbus. or Columbia, whichever is the capital of South Carolina.
Sticking on Ryan Reynolds, him and Will Ferrell are teamed up to do a Christmas Carol musical.
Like movie or short?
I think it's a movie, but I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be
Okay.
like a movie or if it's gonna be like one of those like live broadcast play stages like they did for like Peter Pan, and they did like another one.
Didn't they do like a live The Christmas Story that wasn't good
Maybe that was it.
for like NBC or something?
I almost thought this sounded like an SNL like episode kind of thing, but
Yeah.
it'd be cool as a musical. I don't know if it would turn out funny though. I don't really see in the Christmas Carol as like a funny story. I think you could make it funny, but like I feel like it'd be kind of forced. Like it wouldn't be good humor. Cause I don't know, I'm just pretty much imagining Holmes and Watson,
Right.
but during Christmas time, because that's pretty much what it looks like. And I don't know, I feel like Will Ferrell, especially after watching Between the Ferns, I feel like Will Ferrell's kind of lost his touch. Like as he just felt
I
really.
don't think so. I think that movie was just badly written for that segment.
Yeah, I just thought he felt awkward, especially like when he brought out the knife and started knighting him, and I'm just like, this is awkward. as
Yeah, but
hell.
like that's why I think Will Ferrell was the best choice for that role though, because it's just like we don't know what the fuck we want to do with the rest of this movie. So,
You just
let's
play a
just
rich
have-
Texan.
and Will Ferrell's like, I'll take it from here.
Yeah. What's your favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Jeez.
Putting you on the spot.
Lego movie. Just kidding. I don't know, dude. It's too on the spot.
Elf is good. I also like
Yeah.
Kicking and Screaming. I think
Ones that come to mind are The Other Guys with Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg. Step Brothers, obviously.
Step Brothers. Oh, Talladega Nights.
Talladega
That's
Nights.
the one.
That's a good
That is
one.
the one.
Old School. I don't know if you've ever seen that
I
one.
don't think so. What's the one with Kevin Hart?
Get Hearts.
Get Hard.
Get Hard.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it
Yeah,
was-
it's okay.
I would like to revisit it.
Mhm.
I saw it in
Yeah.
theaters, so. But yeah,
I hated the cover for it, just seeing him get a teardrop on his face, or like cornrowing his hair.
So I didn't know this was a thing, but I guess there was a Bright 2 being made. Like remember Bright, the
With
Netflix movie with like
Will
the
Smith?
gangster
Oh,
orcs and all that.
Orcs.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
racial piece.
Yeah, I guess they're making a second one, but it's delayed because Will Smith is too busy right now.
Yeah.
So I think
And they're just now figuring out the first one wasn't great.
yeah, I feel like Will Smith is making himself purposely busy so he doesn't have to do Bright 2.
It's like, I gotta go.
I gotta do this thing.
I wish that's how he talks.
So none of us have seen Bright.
No.
I don't think I ever will.
Mm-mm.
it didn't appeal.
It did not appeal to me whatsoever. I was like, this is stupid.
I'm
like,
sorry, Netflix. I want to support you, but
yeah, I want to support you, but make better content. Like, your movies aren't that good.
Yeah, bring back King of the Hill.
Dude, yeah, what if they just randomly dropped a King of the Hill movie? Like, just a glorified episode. Like, an hour, like an
Extended
hour, 15 minutes or something.
I would shit my pants and walk around for 2 days.
Stop. Let me see what we got here. Okay, honestly, that might be it. I think all the rest. I guess I'll do. So you guys know Bob Iger,
yeah.
the book that came out.
No.
No. Okay, so do you know who Bob Iger is?
He's the president or he's the
CEO
he's
of
the
Disney.
fucking big guy at Disney.
He's the big
yeah.
guy at Disney. Yeah. So he literally just came out with a book like a week ago.
I haven't heard anything about this, but I did see Jeremy John's
Yeah.
like
So-
when we were doing our reactions.
That's one I'm going to bring up, but there's a few more that he talks about. He pretty much just talks about his career at Disney and the stuff that's going on and him just kind of being open and honest.
Mm-hmm.
Before you get started, I always wonder stuff about like this. Like, how do you go from just graduating high school to
Yeah.
becoming the head person of the biggest fucking company? Like, what events transpire and what do you need to do?
You got to know people, man.
I guess, but like,
Connections,
that's like,
Like, what's the starting job? Like intern?
right?
that-
Grabbing
or it's
coffee
just like,
Yeah,
for-
assistant.
do you just like,
A lot of
do you
luck.
just like bounce around companies and you're just eventually like, all right, I'm qualified and I'm ready enough to take on the fucking monster?
Yeah, as much as you wish it's a lot of in-house hiring, it is a lot of like transferring. Like, oh, he was a manager at this company. I like his resume. He can be head of this department.
Yeah.
and then he moves up, and then he transfers to a different company.
Yeah. I have no idea, but it sounded like from this he had a lot of stress. So it's pretty much like the presidency of entertainment. So
Yeah.
like
Of all entertainment.
when you look at
But,
like
like-
the president, when like there's like my mom has a friend who has a picture of her and Barack Obama when he was starting to campaign for presidency.
Mhm.
You take that picture and you put it up to like his last day of presidency.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, buddy,
Yeah.
nobody should be president. You aged so bad in like 8 years.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why like I'm so scared about like Bernie. Like you already look pretty old.
But like
He's looked like that for a while.
we're getting off topic again, but like he's been doing it for so long that I feel like he knows what he's getting himself into, and he's still just ready to just kind of go into it.
It's going to be interesting.
Imagine what he's gonna look like after.
It's literally just the Grim Reaper. You literally just see the skull, like the fat of his skin's just gone. What's left of it, I guess. But back on the topic of Bob Iger, one thing he said that if Steve Jobs was alive today, that they definitely would have merged and became one company.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Yeah, he said like they were already in the talks of doing it before he died.
Why?
Could you imagine that? Do you know how many iPhone themes there would be for like
What do you even
Disney
call the iPhone
princess.
after that?
like
The D phone
the D phone?
comes with a free subscription to Disney Plus.
I could not imagine a world
Dude, the advancements in technology would be huge though.
like
Because I mean, like, you know, Apple's a pretty big company too, but like with Disney's like funding, you could have Apple fucking cars within 10 years.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Apple's already pretty stacked anyways.
Well, yeah, but with Disney,
yeah.
Would
That's
they be
just-
getting any additional funding though?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think
assume
they'd
so.
still be pretty. I don't know.
I don't know how business works.
I don't either. But another thing, Disney was about to buy Twitter, but Bob called it off because he thought it was like too like risky to make that move to buy Twitter. And then another one was he thought Marvel was like too edgy for Disney, and like that they were gonna make it more corny and goofy, kind of like back in the 90s when it was really bad. Like he thought what Paramount was doing was good, and he thought that Disney would ruin it and like do like a Disney polish
Mm-hmm.
and like make it really family friendly, clean looking, cutie. But
Nah.
nah, he made a right choice there.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually kind of refreshing because, I mean, before we get into the bad stuff, my opinion on him right now is just, okay, Bob, you're a good guy. You know, you wanted to preserve Marvel for what it was, and, you know, you were hesitant to bring it on because you didn't want to change it, but now that we do have Marvel as part of the Disney family, it's just like, okay, this is actually better than what it was when it first started out.
But here comes the.
What was the last movie Paramount did? They did Iron Man, Hulk,
I think they did Iron Man 2
Thor,
and Thor.
Captain America.
Honestly, I think
Was
they did,
Avengers the first?
I think they
Disney?
did all of them. I think Avengers was Disney. I think they did all of them
Okay.
before.
So yeah, they knocked it out of the park with. Okay, they knocked it out of the park with Iron Man. Hulk was okay.
Thor was okay.
Okay. Captain America was. Okay.
Honestly, like pretty much Iron Man. Like their first
Yeah.
one was like amazing, and then all the other ones were just okay. But then Disney was like, "Hey, let's do this. We got this. We see the potential here. We can make it better."
I do wonder what a Paramount Avengers would be like.
It'd be interesting. But so here's the big thing that Jeremy Johns was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much Bob Iger feels like he betrayed George Lucas.
Oh, Bob Iger feels like he betrayed George Lucas.
Yeah.
Huh.
He said that if he could, he would go back and change their agreement because pretty much George Lucas didn't want to sell Star Wars. He
Right.
pretty much got his arm tied and said, "You're going to do it. We're going to give you freaking billions of dollars, and we're going to make that back in a day.
Yeah.
But like, you're still going to make it." So pretty much what happened was, I guess George already had planned for another 3 movies that was going to take place after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to dive more into the the freaking what's the chemical called?
Metachlorians.
Yeah, metachlorians. He's gonna dive more into that and just like keep the same like poetry that he's talked about. How like everything is kind of the same.
Yeah.
And obviously that doesn't really happen in these movies. That's because, and I remember like early days when this was happening, they were saying that they were going to keep George on as like a consultant and be like, hey, do you agree with this? If we do this, you know, we veer off. Apparently that was just like a shake hand where he put out his hand and he was like, hey, like, I promise I will have you as a consultant and we'll use your scripts and all that. And obviously there's no proof of that in writing. So it was just two dudes shaking hands, agreeing, and Bob Iger gave it to Kathy Kennedy.
This smells like Game of Thrones.
And J.J. Abrams, they wrote their own script. They pushed his away, and George said he was really disappointed in The Force Awakens because it was literally a copy of his first movie.
Yeah.
And now that pretty much Star Wars is like one of the most hated things right now because Disney milked it for its money, Bob Iger, I guess, is just feeling a lot of guilt and had to get it off his chest that he just felt really sad that he ruined what could have been a good 3 movies, but now we have a fan base that is really divided because this is, at the end of the day, George, this is his creation. Just like J.K. Rowling did Harry Potter, like that's hers.
Yeah.
So whatever she wants to do, if she wants to say that Dumbledore's gay or that when wizards poop, they disappeared somewhere else, like George does a lot of stuff. And it was really cool, like when he's like invited fans to like authors to write their own books and do Star Wars lore, like he was really connected to the fans. And it just sucks that like, I know it's a meme where it's just like where he's saying like Star Wars is like poetry, like it just keeps repeating himself. But at the end of the day, I kind of would have liked to see that in a new generation after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
What could have been George's ideal completion of the Skywalker saga, but instead
It would have been really nice to see like the whole extended universe too, because Disney's the one that
Disney
nixed that.
pretty much said fuck you, George Lucas, and everything you've done from the 70s till now. We're gonna do our own thing.
Was Disney the one that let EA get exclusivity rights?
Yes, I think so.
Exclusivity?
Yeah.
Do you think it was Disney or do you think it was Kathleen Kennedy?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably more. It was probably her, but also Disney. Like, I think it was more of an agreement. Because she doesn't have all the power of Star Wars. At the end of the day, like.
And she's put in that position by Disney.
Yeah. So, like, she has bosses. So, like, and I think that's what Jeremy brings up is that he's like, don't really blame her. Blame her bosses. Because her bosses probably had the final say.
Yeah.
And she's just the person that the camera's on. But she's not the high one. You know, Bob Iger's up there.
Right.
And then he has people. And then those people have people. And then maybe it's Kathy Kennedy. Like, maybe she's, like, 4th tier, you know? Like, maybe she only talks to Bob every once in a while. And so it's just, in a perfect world, we would have had something different. But it's not going to happen here.
Right.
So, but that's that. Sad news. Let's jump into some Batman stuff. Matt Reeves plans on doing 3 movies with the Batman, but he would love to do more.
Ooh.
I'm just like, shit. Like, they're hyping this movie up already. It's not even filming yet. And I hope it's good. There's a lot of... What are you saying?
I have faith.
You have faith? I hope it's good, because he says that... I don't know if it's going to be within the 3 movies, but Batgirl is going to tie in.
Batgirl. I want to
Batgirl.
see that.
And Dick Grayson's going to get introduced as well.
Ooh.
So-
Who could be Dick Grayson? Like, are we talking like... I hope he gets introduced early so we can get Robin, then Nightwing. If they just threw a Nightwing, I'd be a little disappointed. I want to see development.
Yeah.
Who could be Nightwing?
I have no idea. I feel like it has to be somebody young, right?
Really young. That's
Like
it's gonna
somebody
feel
who's
weird.
Like a kid's actor.
Because Robert
right now.
Pattinson's already a pretty young Batman.
Like maybe one of the Stranger Things kids, or like
Finn Wolfhard, Nightwing.
he's really skinny. I don't know if he can even bulk up.
If anything, I feel like Finn Wolfhard could be a great Damian Wade Robin. Just super tooty and sassy and like, fuck you, Dad. That would be amazing.
Michael Cera, he voiced Robin in the Lego movie.
Stop.
He can do it in real
Stop.
life.
Stop it.
But besides that, we've actually got celebrities tied into Jeffrey Wright, who is the actor in Westworld, is going to be rumored to be playing Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
And people that are not aware, he is a black actor, so little diversity, but he has been black in the comics before, and I wouldn't be against it.
He's also been, I don't want to say he, but Commissioner Gordon has also been a female.
Yeah.
A
So,
black female for all you black females out there or something. I don't know.
That's funny.
what?
Because then, what's her face? The girl that started the Suicide Squad. Amanda Waller.
Oh, yeah.
Very similar then.
Pretty much. I think that's what they're trying to copy here. But it's sad. J.K. Simmons is axed off.
Had his stint.
He had his-
That gives him more time to be
Oh, yeah. J. Jonah
J.
Jameson.
Jonah.
Which I have some news about that for Spider-Man. But then this is a little older news, like the Jeffrey Wright and the Jonah Hill as the rumored villain. So I don't know how positive Jonah Hill is going to be the villain anymore, because I guess Robin Pattinson is only getting like $8 million, and like Jonah Hill wanted like double that to play the villain.
Okay.
He wanted like 15 or 16 million.
That's a bit much.
I think that's what I
Pattinson's
heard.
only getting $8 million to play the Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Probably for the first movie.
For the first movie, but if he turns out promising, they'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, here's 20.
So
Here's
he's
30.
he's
still
got
feel
some
like
decent
that's-
incentives in the deal, probably.
I feel like that's still just low.
Yeah, you do think these actors get paid a lot of money.
Well, I mean, not even that.
A lot
It's just
more.
Like, for the things he's probably gonna have to do.
Well, yeah, you say, like when you hear somebody gets paid like $8 million to be in a movie, and you're like, I would do that. Be like, would you want to work nonstop, remembering your lines, like wearing that suit? It's probably so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like having to work 12 to 15-hour days, 5 days a week,
Not to
sometimes
mention-
all like overnighters.
Working out so many different hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you're
throughout the
bulking
weeks.
up, not being able to eat what you want to eat, and then you have to make appearances at places. You have to do interviews. Like, there's a lot that comes with the role of somebody.
It's still well worth the money.
No, it is, but
But
it's
to
just
us,
like
but like I feel like to him,
Yeah.
no, I mean, but maybe
But
he
the fact
just
that he's
wants
still
to
on
do
it
it.
is
Yeah,
obviously-
maybe
yeah.
it's more. It's not the money, It's more of the like, dude, I'm fucking playing Batman.
Yeah.
I do it for
He
a million.
can't get away from bats. Vampires, heavy connection with bats.
Yeah, you can't.
Could you imagine how funnier Twilight would be if they turned into bats?
Honestly, maybe a little cooler. I don't know, but instead of just getting like the fangs.
Yeah.
But
Sparkles.
that's all like the Batman news I got. Besides all the controversy of the Joker movie right now with the heavy violence it's using, people are pretty pissed off about it
why?
because it's a violent movie.
Oh my god!
And the
fucking
connection
grow up.
to
Oh, yeah, we haven't had a second to talk about that.
the connection to the shooting, back in the day.
Understandable, but also it's just like not everything is fucking related.
Yeah.
I know not everything's related. It is.
I can see the standpoint of like, oh, this movie could glorify people with mental illnesses taking that out on society. It's like, that's not what this movie is about. If the Joker was an established character before and this movie just came out of nowhere, then it's like, maybe you could connect the lines, but it's still not about that.
Yeah, not at all.
It really blew my mind how, did you hear about the interviewer bringing that up with Joaquin Phoenix?
No, I didn't.
And like it tore him apart because he was like, he never thought about that. He's like, why would you bring that up? And he left the interview because he was emotionally distraught at that idea that his movie could cause people to go out and kill people. Like that's not cool. You don't do that. Then.
It sucks when people look at the cynical stuff because that's like I think that's what happened like with Jim Carrey with Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah.
Like when he found out that his movie was promoting violence, he got really. And then I think that was when the preschool, what's that shooting called?
Sandy Hook.
Yeah, Sandy Hook shooting happened was around the time the premiere of Kick-Ass 2 was coming out. And so like he like totally went against the movie, wouldn't go to premieres, like wouldn't do interviews because he was like going against the film. And so like, yeah, like, like a lot of people haven't been on film sets. And like when you're on a film set, like these people are passionate. Like every person is
Right.
totally into the scene and like they're like having fun. Because they're making something and they're proud of what they're making. And then so at the end of the day, like a good example would be Hellboy. You know, they were making Hellboy, and they probably thought that they were making a really fun movie because they were laughing
Yeah.
every day. They were like, "This looks awesome. This is going to be a lot of fun. We have really good actors and stuff like that." And then the movie comes out, and everybody's destroying it. And maybe some people know that movie, like some people on the set know that movie's going to bomb. But some
Right.
people are probably like, "Wow," like the makeup people. They probably thought that their work was really good with Hellboy, and then people are making fun of it, and you're just like,
And a
well,
lot of
that's
times it falls down to
devastating.
like the editing too. Like
Yeah.
you could have 3 different edits of a movie, and they could be totally different. One could be Oscar worthy, one could be complete trash.
And so, I don't know. It's very sensitive when you are talking shit about a movie because that person was like, dude, I worked on that movie for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And I like blood, sweat, and tears, and you're saying it was garbage. Fuck you. I'm out of here. Like,
That's when it's really nice that like Stuckman's like
yeah,
whole view on even criticizing has changed because he's
he's
been
experienced
through it,
it. He's made a movie. He's realized, fuck, it takes
what-
a lot.
You know what? I feel like to be an established critic, you have to make your own movie. That seems fair, right? You need to experience
No, yeah.
what it takes to make something before you can criticize it.
Definitely is.
Fucking boom.
I think that's a good example right there.
That should be a thing.
That should be a thing. If you want to criticize movies, fucking make one.
And
Just
that,
make a
and
short
that goes
film.
to everything. If you want to criticize anything, you have to go through the work it takes to make that said thing.
So then somebody can criticize you and then be like, "Oh yeah, well you."
But you didn't appreciate what I did here. Oh, you should have displayed it better. Oh, like you said in this movie.
Yep, right there, done and done. But that's for that. I still can't wait to see it.
I got very heated.
A little side note: Aurora, where the theater, they're not showing the movie. So, I guess it is to pay respect
Yeah.
that and it's a ballsy move on them because they're going to lose money.
Mm-hmm.
But I think to pay respect, it's a good thing. I think they just should have torn the theater down, built up a new one somewhere else. Fun fact: I went to the theater when I was in Colorado last. So
Yeah. What did they do with that actual room?
they just redid it. They just they just pretty much remodeled the entire theater.
Mm-hmm.
They made it look different. The building outside structure looks different because like we had a picture of what it looked like before the shooting. And it looks like nothing like it. But you can like match up like the highway and like a hill or something.
Right.
So it's definitely the same theater, but it's just it looks completely different. And they do have a plaque outside. So that's it.
Yeah, what would be like the best thing to do? Just tear down that one room and like turn it into like a memorial or something? Like what can you do?
I just think tear down the whole thing, make it into something else, and then just have
That's a lot of money.
I know it's a lot of money, but it's just like it's a lot of baggage. So, one more thing I missed right here. I thought was a part of Spidey news, but it's pretty big. Stranger Things season 4 was confirmed today. I don't know if you guys saw it,
Okay.
and it said that they're not in Hawkins anymore. So we're moving away from Hawkins.
What does that mean? Well, does that mean totally, or does that mean we're going to be in Hawkins and then wherever else, Will and
I don't know.
God, what's his brother's
The
name?
other rumor is that now it's going to take place in the 90s, and they're going to be in high school. So.
That's a time skip.
Goodbye to the 80s nostalgia. Hello to baggy jeans and punk rock.
I really hope one of them has frosted tips.
Oh, you know it. Well,
Um,
that's like mid '90s, late '90s, like early '90s. Still feels like '80s.
that's true. Every decade does feel like that.
Yeah, you have that transition period. '90s didn't feel like '90s till like 3, 4, 5.
Which maybe be like the last season. But unless they stop growing, so then they can stop doing these jumps, like skips. But
Yeah,
that's just a rumor. I don't know if
season
that's
4 is going
confirmed.
to be very ambitious. We could be in Russia as well.
Yeah.
Probably going to be in Russia. So we're going to have 3 different settings.
But I'm hyped. I was excited. I was just like, yeah. Like, so remember,
We
like,
all
when,
knew.
remember when season 3 like ended, and then like nothing was said about season 4, and everybody freaked out.
Could you imagine if they had that cliffhanger and just stopped?
Yeah, it'd be sad. But let's. I'm excited now. It's fucking Spidey news. All the
Hopper
freaking
is still
drama.
alive, everybody. Get hype. He's out there.
He's still talking about Stranger Things.
We got to find him.
But Spidey's back. Not for long, but he's back. New movie coming out, and one appearance in another Marvel movie.
Did we have any doubt?
Not that we had doubt, but it's just kind of sad because I read this article that Kevin Feige, as of now, is planning to write him out of the MCU. And so it's just kind of sad because I remember like interviews when Far Away From Home was coming out where Tom Holland was like, I want to play Spider-Man forever.
Right.
And imagining Spider-Man going on for like, maybe like he calms down. Maybe he has his 3 movies. He makes an appearance or 2 in ensemble movies. And then maybe he gets 3 more movies when he's in college.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or remember our fucking theory about Sinister Six and like the different stages? Like, none of that's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Like, it is really sad. It's awesome that he gets to come back. He gets to make his trilogy. Sorry, Andrew Garfield, you're the only one that didn't. And that's cool that he gets to make another appearance in a Marvel movie. Have no idea what that would be and when it would take place. But one thing is, I don't know if you guys, did you see the release date for this movie?
No.
It's happening fast. It's coming out 2021. So Marvel is adding another movie. So 2021 will be the first year there are 4 Marvel movies.
Okay.
So
I feel like we were very close to that.
I think we had 3 at one
Previously,
point.
yeah.
But there'll be 4 Marvel movies in 2021.
And even in those years, we've had like X-Men supplements somewhere, so it felt like we already had 4 or 5.
So 2 next year, 4 the following year, and then that'll be that phase.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's in that phase. Like, I don't know if he's going to show up in like the Doctor Strange multiverse or Thor and Thunder, or if they're going to wait for him to get into like the next like Avengers movie-esque in like phase 5, right? This is going to be phase 4. Matt and I were talking about this.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe he'll be in phase 5. Yeah, I don't know if they have like a time. Be like, hey, he can be in this. You can use him in those 2 movies before 2022 or something like that. Like, I don't know if it's like a time thing like that.
Have the details of the deal come out?
Yes, details of the deal is Disney now gets 25% profit, but I guess Sony paid for production. Now Disney also has to pay for production.
Yeah, that was what the old plan was going to be. They wanted to go from, what was it, 2-3%, whatever,
Yeah.
to complete 50-50, where they would produce 50% and take 50. Which to a lot of people, they just totally skipped over that. That is a fair trade if you're putting in 50% of the work to get 50% back.
Yeah.
But now are they doing 25?
I didn't see
Work,
how much.
25 back.
I don't know how much work they were putting in, but they are getting 25 back, which is a good counter offer.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Like, it's
that
not
they
like
get
they're
something out
It's
of
not
it.
like they're not putting in the work and expecting more money.
Right. That's
So
what I
like
was
either
thinking.
way, I'm okay with it.
Did you guys see Tom Holland's Instagram post though?
Is he a happy boy?
Well, it was nothing with him, but it's Wolf of Wall Street, and it's Leo being like,
I ain't fucking leaving.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not fucking leaving. And it's just it's just the emoji of just like a little like cool like smiley face kind of, and like every celebrity was commenting on it, and the best one was Dwayne Johnson, and he just put "fuck yes." It was great. Like
When is Dwayne Johnson going into there? Wow.
Every celebrity was commenting on it, and it was just like the biggest like hell yeah moment.
Do you think
for-
Dwayne Johnson would go in the MCU if he's already going to be in the DCU?
No.
Has any?
Has there been a crossover?
Has it-
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. But like, I guess that was
Technically.
like before all this went down. Like,
Mhm.
are they ever going to use? I guess does X-Men? Yeah, could they like? Could you bring James McAvoy into a Disney movie even though he was already an X-Men before?
Probably not. Because if they're gonna connect the universes somehow, some way, eventually.
Right.
And then if they don't use those characters again for the X-Men, could you bring him in as something else? That's
You
the
could
real
maybe,
question.
we've already had little things like that, like a Big Lebowski reference when Jeff Bridges was an Iron Man.
Oh, you're right.
So they
yeah,
can,
yeah.
we already have small things like that.
Hold on. I think
I saw a plane.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you get to this point in our podcast, I'll post a picture to Twitter.
And then watch Connor take it down. That's a good. That's a good.
That's a
picture,
good.
David. That's a good meme. We have a group text where it's just Star Wars meme central, and we just
What was the name of that show?
JJ the Jet Plane.
JJ the Jet Plane.
plane.
Was that made by the same people as Thomas
No.
Tank
Nah, I
Engine?
don't think so. But this Sony has reported their film slate for the upcoming Spider-Man movies. There's a fucking lot.
Okay.
Madam Web, Morbius,
Right.
Venom 2,
Right.
Spider-Man 3 and 4,
Carnage.
Black Cat, Silver Sable,
Black Cat.
Silk. Don't know who that is.
She's a female Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's
Spider-Verse.
different from Gwen.
Stacy.
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Verse 2.
Ooh.
All female Spider-Verse. Craven the Hunter. Jackpot. Nightwatch. And Sinister Six.
Dude, Nightwatch looks have you seen a picture of him?
What does he look like?
I'll pull him up.
Dude, if we're getting a Craven solo movie, I think that's strong evidence that he'd be in the Sinister Six.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of these, like, they're all getting these solo ones, so maybe Morbius would be a part of the Sinister Six, would be interesting. But
Yeah, I wonder if I'm not sure if he's ever been in it, though. That'd be strange.
it looks like Spawn.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That
What's
literally is Spawn, I'm pretty sure.
What's his name? Nightwatch?
Yeah. What is
Interesting.
Spawn? Is that Dark Horse, or is that
Uh,
DC, or what is it?
Dude, this brings me back to get all nostalgic. Back to the days when looking through Preston's Spider-Man book,
Oh,
his encyclopedia.
Yeah.
You remember that thing?
I do. I remember he was
He was a big Spider-Man.
He was huge in Spider-Man.
Do you think that could be a guest appearance for Spider-Man podcast?
Maybe if he would come down.
Preston, if you listen to these,
I just gotta remember when I get up there next time, I have to hit him up and be like, "Bro, let's
it'd be
go
very
grab a
heartfelt
drink."
if he like secretly watches these.
I just shed a tear, one tear for him. But I am closing the book.
That was it.
That was it. Well, I was also trying to speed it up because I know Matt is getting
I just
tired.
really want to fucking eat.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some food cooking, but I think we can close out with.
Yeah, this is
about
gonna be the
what's-
shortest podcast.
What's going on with our lives?
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week. Anything? Anything?
Yeah.
How's life? How are jobs going?
Mario Kart's kind of fun. Tour.
Yeah, until you find out that multiplayer is not multiplayer.
Yeah. Multiplayer to come.
Multiplayer to come, but
The
they
turning
just-
kind of sucks. It's the worst turning I've experienced in a Mario Kart
Oh
game.
gosh, it's awful. Like you're just kind of like.
Are you drifter or are you no drift?
Oh, drift. I have to. You have to drift in that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible not to drift.
There is, with all the reviews I've been listening to, there is a third motion control option.
Which is.
Motion control. You can have motion
Oh.
control and drifting.
Oh, okay.
You just have to go to the settings. But the motion control is garbage. Like
I could see that.
you got to like start tilting and then it turns a little bit and it's not turning enough, so you overcompensate and then it just goes back, and so you're just like, this isn't worth it.
And then you just close your phone and just go on with your day.
Ideally, if you had like good motion control with the drifting, you can make your small corrections without touching the screen. I don't know.
Do you smell it?
It does smell good.
Oh my god.
What is she making? I asked her. And it's like it's kind of like a popper, jalapeno popper, like casserole-ish thing.
It's like a casserole. It's like chicken. Sorry, Caroline is making dinner.
This is not the food podcast.
Yeah, and it's going to be 2 chicken something tenders or something. I don't know.
It's just 2 dry ass chicken breasts, and that's it.
No bone
marinade.
only. And it's gonna have
Bonely.
cream cheese, sour cream, corn, jalapenos, shredded cheese, and chives in it.
You had me, except for the. I'm kidding.
And you mix it all up. You layer it on top. Pop it in the oven for like 30 to 40 minutes,
There you go. Poppers.
and then
Popper
pop it out.
souffle.
Cut it open. I'm ready. My body's ready. Thus, this is why it's going to be the shortest podcast.
Yes.
Goodbye, Lego Movie 2. Hello, Spidey Batman News as the shortest podcast.
I think that caps off a dead September.
Yeah.
Today is the last.
Sorry,
day of
guys,
September.
about September. It's just been dead.
The last like 2 months have been just kind of blah.
And a little bit is our fault for not trying to make
Mhm.
content, but a little bit is,
Hence why we are having a meeting tomorrow.
yeah, we're having a meeting because we've been stuck at like 6:40-ish
Mm-hmm.
for at least a month, what feels like a month. And we keep like, we get 2, we lose 1. We get 3, we lose 5. You're like, oh my God, what are we doing wrong here?
Yeah, so if you get to the end of the podcast, please just tell a buddy of yours. Just be like, hey, just go
What
subscribe.
if it's just one dude that's just trolling us? He's like, subscriber. You lost a subscriber.
That's what happened with Cyanide and Happiness. They hit 10 million subscribers. Then they posted a video of Trolley Sam, like the evil guy,
Right.
who he was in hell. And he's like, I'm going to kill all you fuckers. And so then it was literally 3 hours of the trolley running over all 10 million subscribers.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
And so I guess people like and so they posted it to celebrate 10 million. So a bunch of people unsubscribed.
In the most Cyanide and Happiness way.
Yes. So then a bunch of people unsubscribed. So it'd go back to 9.9. And so then they deleted the video
No.
until they got a comfort 10 million and then reposted it. Pretty much I watched like the little introduction and then I would just like kind of skip like 10 minutes and like just hear the screams and skip. And they were like kind of new always. Like it was always like, there's like, it's like the distinctive like dying people, but then you hear like them like my leg or something. Like you would hear somebody make an appearance.
That's funny.
And
I wonder if they
then-
made like a 10-minute video and then looped it.
right. It's
Just to
almost
get
like,
that many intricacies.
because you look at 3 hours, you're like, oh, that's a fucking joke. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
watch that for 3 hours. But then if you scroll to the very end, he's back, and then like it's just a bunch of dead bodies covering him, and he's just like, oh fuck, I made a bad mistake or whatever. And so it was funny for what
He's
it lasted.
officially worse than Hitler if he truly killed 10 million people.
Right? Hey, oh my god, we just got a new subscriber.
Just when we said it.
He has no
Watch.
subscribers. He has no videos on his channel.
Watch us still be at 644 because we lost someone before.
Don't say, hon. This is the moment of the truth.
6:45.
I don't think we've passed 6:45 though. Have we
Is it-
seen?
Whoever you are,
Has anybody added X-Men yet?
I think Matt and I did. I don't know if he's added me back though, but I also put a message saying I was from Atomic Evolution, so he would.
oh, got some stuff coming up. I see.
Oh, dude, you see the slate?
Yeah.
It's legit. Yeah, I just
I'm gonna probably watch it before it comes out.
yeah,
Admin privileges.
yeah. I just finished The Lovely Bones, so I just wrote that script. So I'll probably film it Thursday when I get back from school. Try to pump it out, and then
Pump it
I'll
out.
have it out. So,
Those pop filters aren't the best.
but yeah, I guess I'll say it here because when this launches this week, I plan for it to launch, is my director's filmography.
Yeah, didn't you say you wanted it on Wednesdays?
I think I changed it to Wednesdays. I think it's gonna be Wednesdays. So
So the trailer's dropping same day the podcast is.
yep. So it is exciting stuff. The trailer, I'm nervous as hell. But then every week, it's just gonna be a new video, and I think it's gonna end the second week of December. So
All right.
11 videos. Look out for all those. I hope they turn out funny, and just a slight. If I get like one or two chuckles, I hope. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that. You know, I think we're just gonna hang on for.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it. This is not gonna be the shortest podcast. We got a little bit longer.
We got a little bit longer. How's your White Panther stuff coming along?
It's good. I'll probably start streaming tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh. Now, are you gonna be streaming?
Link's Awakening. God, it's been a week. I wanted to start last week. I want to play it. I haven't played it.
So that's gonna be the game.
Yes, it is.
Is it going to be? Are you gonna do it live, or is it gonna be like episodes, kind of like Let's Plays?
No, it's Twitch.
Twitch,
It's
and then
streaming.
you'll put that on.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know about the channel yet. You just be twitching though.
Yep. Twitching it up.
Twitching it up. Hopefully we can do it too. Matt and I have just started playing Borderlands, the first game.
I don't know how the hell we would try to capture that to stream.
What?
It like I just thought of that if wanted to stream Borderlands.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking. I was just
Right, yeah.
saying that's what we were playing. Because we'll probably play Borderlands 3 around Thanksgiving time. There'll probably be some Black Friday deal, so I'll buy it.
Mhm.
I'm pretty excited for that. I love playing this first one. It is because we were on our second playthrough, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and it's garbage compared to this game. And this game came out like 4 years earlier.
Mhm.
Four?
What?
Borderlands to pre-sequel. What's the age?
It's quite a long time.
Really?
Mm,
When did pre-sequel come out? 14?
I don't know.
12? 02? I don't know.
Get what's happening?
I don't even know what's happening. We're just drawing out our customers who are turning us off.
I was customers. Do you guys pay for this content? Because you shouldn't. We're not charging.
We don't
for it.
have any charges.
If you are paying, dude, if people are already paying for Atomic Evolution content,
Where's the money going?
get your refund.
Because it's not us.
I was gonna say I don't think you've thrown the. I don't know if you've thrown the idea to Matt yet, but when we talked about like if each one of us had our own series, like you started yours, did you name drop it yet?
I think I just did in the podcast, but I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, a director's filmography.
Yeah.
A director's
So that-
filmography.
Matt, if you had a series, what do you think it would be?
Something about food.
Okay, that's easy. That means I get anime.
Anime. There you go. What would you start it out with? Like, how would you structure it?
I don't know.
Episodes, seasons, shows?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I just said probably to a multiple choice answer.
I found another picture.
Oh,
Oh my. This is so stupid.
Christ.
Look at that freaking.
It wasn't that funny.
It's pretty. I'm fucking tired. Can we go eat?
Okay, I think
Matt's
this will
done
do
with
it.
the
I think
podcast.
from the little bullshit in the beginning, I think we hit an hour. So
Hopefully.
hopefully we hit it, but knocking on that wood. Next week is Joker. I'm pretty excited about that. So
Yes.
It's just so
Yes.
fucking funny.
well, Matt was dead for like a solid
Yeah.
5 minutes, and now he's laughing up a storm. Oh,
You want to know when Matt was dead?
what can you really tell?
Boom, bam, bang.
Yeah, pretty much. There's 3 portions where he really didn't talk. But on that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys.
Yep.
This has been another news. I think we have one more news slated for this year. We kind of have our.
You know what?
List.
The way that the podcast might be changing format.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say no. That's gonna be a topic week.
What?
That news week is gonna be a topic show.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, till then, this has been Andrew.
It's McCaleb.
And this has been Matthew.
He's pretty dead, but bye.